Hi, my name is Alannah. I'm here to revolutionize the mind. I'm a speaker and a trainer. The topic for today that I've chosen is on thoughts. When you first get out of bed in the morning, what's the first thought that enters your mind? How does it make you feel? Each and every thought shapes your life. Where are our thoughts coming from? Are we behaving according to who we are? Or are we under some form of mind control? Let's take two people, person A and person B, leading two completely different lives. Is that just due to their personality? Or is that due to some form of programming that they've had through their lives? Why are some people rich? And why are some people poor? Why do we even do what we do? And where are those thoughts coming from? Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, who actually are you? Now, let's begin to delve further into this. If we look at the brain, we have the subconscious mind and we have the conscious mind. Now, from when you're born until the age of 7, you are operating from the subconscious mind. And at that point, you're actually under a very low frequency. During that age, you're observing everything from your parents to your teachers, to what's happening at school, to any movies you watch, any TV shows. Because your brain is under such a low frequency, you're taking ideas. And like a tape player, this is being programmed into your subconscious mind. So, if your subconscious mind is from birth until the age of 7, that's going to be shaping 95% of your life. And there's only 5% of your life that's from the conscious mind. What's really interesting is throughout the day, you're operating from the conscious mind. So, any personal development, reading books, trying to develop yourself, trying to improve, trying to look for success in your life, forging new relationships. This is all coming from the conscious mind. But most of our day, we're tapped into the subconscious. Therefore, this programming is really shaping our lives and who we are. So, someone who's sabotaging their life, or someone who's in a lot of pain and suffering, that person's received negative programming that's taken place from when they were born until when they were 7 years old. And that negative programming is then going to be affecting them, and they're going to be really suffering throughout their lives, not understanding why they're not getting the lives they deserve. So people will try to achieve their goals and then scratch their head and wonder, why is this not happening for me? And this is due to the programming that's taken place. Now, sometimes things can happen, like you may have been told you're not good enough. You may have been told you're a failure. Some people go through bullying through school, where they really don't believe in themselves and who they are. And this will then begin to affect the whole of their day. So how can really we begin to change this so that you begin to cultivate the life that you truly deserve? What's the action steps that you can take? so that you can begin to tap in to the subconscious mind, reprogram it, and begin to work towards your goals. Now, the first thing that you can do just before you go to sleep at night, if you're operating in the conscious mind during the day, just before you go to sleep, your body actually starts to go into the subconscious mind. So if you place earplugs in your ears and you start to write down what it is that you really want to work on. I mean, this could be anything. So it could be, maybe you want to feel more confident. Maybe you want to improve your self-esteem. Maybe you want more success in your life. Maybe you want to feel more happy. You begin to play that program, and that program will begin to run through those earplugs. This is as you're sleeping. And without you actually realizing, what will begin to take place will be that you'll begin to reprogram the subconscious mind, and you'll begin to achieve what it is that you're looking to achieve. The second thing that you can do is you can begin to look at another area you can work on, which is repetition. Now, repetition is a concept that I really noticed in Muhammad Ali. Now, if you'll notice with Muhammad Ali, he would constantly repeat. He was very vocal in a lot of messages that he was constantly repeating. Whenever you do anything new, when you start out, it's really very, very hard. Any new skill that you want to learn, anything new you want to do is very, very difficult. And it's quite nerve-wracking and quite scary. And fear is something that, may be felt. But if you notice, regardless of how he may have felt from inside, he would always say, "I'm the greatest," and constantly repeat those messages. And by doing that, he was actually changing the programming in his subconscious mind. So we can take that same concept and apply it into our own lives. So for example, let's take somebody who wants to be a happier person. Regardless of how you feel, you can begin to say to yourself, "I am happy," and repeat that throughout the course of the day. Now, if you keep repeating that to yourself, you keep saying it, even if you don't feel happy, you can actually program your mind to begin to feel more happy. And finally, there's another concept called energy psychology. Now, this is absolutely fascinating. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about this idea. But let's just begin to look at something that you can do, so actionable steps that you can take. I want you to go into a room that's quiet. Okay, because there's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions in the world. So it needs to be a very, very quiet room where you can't hear anything other than your own thoughts. I want you to sit down and start to focus on what it is that you can hear. Become consciously aware of each thought and start to think about what's really going through your mind and where these thoughts are coming from. And that's actually a really good step in the right direction, because you'll begin to become aware of the noise in your mind. And because we lead very, very busy lives, so we don't have the time to take that step back and really listen to what's going on in our minds. I'm going to delve further into energy psychology in future videos, but for now, what I'd like you to do is to really think about what it is that you can begin to do to begin to cultivate the life that you truly deserve. Nobody deserves to go through any pain, any suffering. Really, regardless of any messages you may have heard from when you were born until the age of 7, if it was from your parents, they were trying to do the best that they could. Friends, we tend to choose. Everyone makes mistakes. When we're in school, the teachers are trying to do the best they can. But these things tend to affect each and every one of us. And so once we're older, it's really a responsibility that we take. And it's not really anything to do with anybody else. It's nothing to do with any circumstance. It's nothing to do with other people. It's really about just changing the subconscious mind and really beginning to work on areas in your life and goals that you want to achieve. And I assure you, if you begin to take this into action, you will get the life that you deserve. I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Thank you. Hi, my name is Alannah. I'm here to revolutionize the mind. I'm a speaker and a trainer. The topic for today that I've chosen is on thoughts. When you first get out of bed in the morning, what's the first thought that enters your mind? How does it make you feel? Each and every thought shapes your life. Where are our thoughts coming from? Are we behaving according to who we are? Or are we under some form of mind control? Let's take two people, person A and person B, leading two completely different lives. Is that just due to their personality? Or is that due to some form of programming that they've had through their lives? Why are some people rich? And why are some people poor? Why do we even do what we do? And where are those thoughts coming from? Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, who actually are you? Now, let's begin to delve further into this. If we look at the brain, we have the subconscious mind